Good morning, everyone. It's 5:30, 2019, and I wanted to come on here and do that update on the economy that I was mentioning the other day. It seems like since that trade war between the U.S. and China occurred, that it seems like that the stock market's just been going down. So I think it's the biggest drop since they were saying since 2011. Uh, I had mentioned before in that report about the 7,000 jobs being cut by Ford Motor Company worldwide. 2,300 were in the United States, and most of those 2,300 are going to be in this area where I live. It'll be in Dearborn, where the world headquarters are at, and mostly the white collar workers. Um, However, 23,000 more Ford layoffs are needed, an analyst said, published in the Detroit Free Press on May 21st. So they still want to lay off 23,000 more. And some of those people, I'm sure, will be hourly workers, if not most of those 23,000. In February, GM lays off 14,000 total in the year 2019. By year's end, they will have laid off 14,000 people because they were getting away from making the passenger cars. 3M will cut 2,000 jobs. MGM Resorts will cut 1,000 jobs. And between now and 2026, they had said that retail downsizing would end up eliminating 75,000 stores will be forced to close. And that's between now and 2026. I don't think we're going to have to worry about 2026 because I don't think we're going to be here for too much longer. But it's just showing the trend, that this is just going to continue on in no time soon. Through the first 14 weeks of 2019, select retailers have announced 5,846 store closures. That is just 8 stores shy of the total 5,854 stores closures in 2018. So, we're just 8 shy of the closures for the whole year of 2018. And we're just 8 short of that figure from last year now. And here it is only the end of May. So obviously we may double the rate at the rate it's going, we may double the amount of store closures this year over last year. We'll have to wait and see. Bed Bath & Beyond blames coupons for killing their business. New projections of a 15 to 20% market correction is coming due to the failure of because of the trade war and the failure for them to work out a deal. The stock market has just hit the longest losing streak since 2011, and that's been since they did not have an agreement on the trade war. Just before the 2008 recession began, many economists were saying the economy was just fine, just like they are now. God is controlling our economy. That's what I did in a video in the last quarter of 2018 this year. That's what the Holy Spirit told me. His hand was on the economy and I believe it was because of Trump's declaring Jerusalem the capital of Israel. And his interactions with Israel has kept things from, completely collapsing up to now. But then again, too, we don't know what is altogether into this peace plan and whether it calls for dividing Israel, which would then, I believe, bring us disaster. New predictions for a 1929 type market crash by year's end. And that's just been recently in the last 2 or 3 days. Some people are predicting that now. And like I say, is if that should happen, is that tied into the Trump peace plan? Because maybe it calls for the dividing of Israel, and we probably won't know about that until you know, at least July, because right at the end of June, that's when the thing is going to come out about the economic part, and then after that will come out the political part. And so it would be July or later till we're going to know the complete Trump peace plan. And even though Kushner in the last few days is going to go over to some countries like Jordan, and there were at least two other countries listed, and continue talks. So, you know, they're still trying to work things out before the official announcement at the end of June. And then I wanted to talk about only, not that the Holy Spirit has told me this, this is not something that I've been told is a fact, but I simply want to just discuss it in light of the recent news that's come to light about Trump's becoming a convert to Judaism. And it's the idea that is Trump could be the Jewish Messiah. Is it possible that he will be named the Jewish Messiah if once the whole entire peace plan is all worked out, if it was ratified and everyone, enough people agreed on it for them to pass it and put it into action? Is there a plan on the table right now to name him Jewish Messiah? If there is, they already know that. They certainly know that, and he would know that. So as I wrote down here in my notes, recently released news report that Trump converted to Judaism in 2017, according to a White House official, and that has got me wondering if he could possibly be named as the long-awaited Jewish Messiah. It is stated that when this Jewish Messiah does appear and they crown him there and acknowledge him as the Messiah, he will call for the building of the third temple. It has been speculated that part of the coming peace plan will call for the approval of the building of the third temple on the Temple Mount. And Trump's image appears on the temple tax coin, and he has an ancestor who was king of Jerusalem from 1131 to 1143, named Fulk, Count of Anjou. And as far as the original source channel that I got the information from, which they just did the video on maybe 3 days back, it's on a channel called True News, which is TRUNEWS. If anyone wants to go there and watch the original announcement of the fact that, you know, he converted to Judaism in 2017. And once that came out and they announced that, well, if it was true for sure, then that would make him the first Jewish president of the United States in the history of our country. And then lastly, I want to mention that is something, the thing about Trump is something, like I say, the Holy Spirit hasn't told me that he's going to be the Jewish Messiah. But one thing I have been told about is that the Antichrist is going to appear soon. And will his appearing be tied to this upcoming peace plan, as many have speculated? It has just been reported that Jared Kushner will be attending the 2019 Bilderberg Group meeting from May 30th, that's today, till June 2nd. And it's the other thing I wanted to say about the Messiah. Remember back before, I think I did a video on that too, where the Messiah was supposed to appear on Purim, and that was from a Bible code that had been done. And of course, the Messiah did not appear on Purim, but interestingly enough, on Purim, that was the day that Donald Trump mentioned that the Golan Heights belonged to Israel. And when he does this first part, the economic part of the peace plan at the end of June, that corresponds to some kind of important day on the Jewish calendar as well. So, are all those things just coincidences too, that he's making announcements and everything on their holidays or important days or feast days is always the day that he tweets something or announces something major? I don't think so. And so, because of the thing that I wanted to drive home, I'm not really sure about the thing about the Messiah. Like I say, I'm just speaking about this. I want to know maybe if anybody has heard anything from the Lord through the Holy Spirit concerning this Messiah and who they might be. Has anybody heard anything about the fact that it could be Trump? And so, if so, please comment in the comment box when you see this video. But other than that, he gave me Daniel 8:23 through 25, and that's concerning this man of sin who is just about ready to appear. And I've been told about that about 3 times now, and then I've spoken about it every time in a video, because I was, told to warn everybody that it's not going to be long until he's going to be appearing. And of course, if he appears, as it says in Daniel 9:27, and makes that covenant with many for one day, well, then we know before that happens that the church would have to be gone. And so, obviously, if he's about ready to appear, this is another indication that we don't have much longer to wait on the rapture. So Daniel 8:23, and in the latter time of their kingdom, when the transgressors are come to a full, a king of fierce countenance and understanding dark sentences shall stand up, and his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power, and he shall destroy wonderfully, and shall prosper and practice, and shall destroy the mighty and the holy people. And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. And the vision of the evening and the morning, which was told, is true. Wherefore shut up thou the vision, for it shall be for many days. And I, Daniel, fainted, and was sick certain days afterwards. I arose up and did the king's business, and was astonished at the vision, but none understood it. So, that completes the video for today. I'm on vacation now, so hopefully I'll be able to upload more than I normally would. So, and today we got a bunch of showers and thunder showers coming back in here again. So, possibly strong. And so we've had more than the normal amount of rain here lately for what we would in a normal season. And also our temperatures have been lower than normal too. So it's probably in the low 50s this morning. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for subscribing, and God bless you all.